Diane Gottsman joins us this morning, and you know the Cap 10K is coming up. There's going to be a lot of runners here in the capital city, and we thought we would talk about running/jogging etiquette. And I don't know, Diane, if you want to focus more on race or just, everyday running. You know, a lot of people who run on the trail, and there's a certain level of etiquette there, too.
And they're a little bit different, but, the race is coming up, and I bet there's going to be a lot of questions with that. As a matter of fact, that's where these tips came from, was questions. So we can do both.
Okay, let's do both. Well, number one, smile. Now, I have to say, this is one of my pet peeves. I run a lot, and I run on the trails, and I always say hi to people. I know people sometimes get in the zone, and you know those folks who are in the zone and don't want to be friendly, but just a smile to say, hey, I'm running along with you, and we're out here for the greater good.
That's all it takes. Just a little acknowledgement, even eye contact and a quick nod, something to say, we're both doing it together.
Exactly. Okay, so a little smile. Position yourself with people at similar speed. Now, I know for the more serious races, they have the pace runners, and they hold up the sign saying, okay, we're going to go 10-minute miles, and of course you want to find that person and stay with them.
The slower you are, the farther back you should be.
Right.
Don't get anxious and try and get up there with all the fast runners, because it's frustrating for the faster runners who are trying to avoid you because you're in their way. You're going a little bit slower.
Okay, now that brings something up. If you are a slower runner, is there a certain side of the track you want to be on, kind of like how we are with cars?
Yeah, and this is also just regular everyday running. So if you're on a track and you're going around in a circle like a little, gerbil, if you know that people are coming up on the side of you and you can kind of feel it, don't be weaving in and out. Stay in the middle or stay off to the side.
Right.
Let the runner pass you. Let the faster runner pass you off to the left.
Yeah. I think it's the same thing as if you're driving. You pass on the left, and so the faster runners are on the inside. The slower runners are going to be on the outside.
Now, we're going to get some calls because some will say, well, I passed to the right, because I've already heard this. But, regardless of where you pass, there are some other runners that have actually said to me, I prefer to pass on the right. Okay. The bottom line is wherever you pass, I say left, but wherever you pass, just if you're the slower runner, just kind of stay off into the middle and let them go.
Just the main thing is don't weave. Okay, don't be a race bandit. What do you mean by that?
That's like a party crasher. So if you're going to be in the race, pay your entry fee and be in the race. Don't jump into the center of the race at someone's house or at the corner and try and join in like no one is looking, because everyone's noticing.
There have been some people who've done that at like the New York City Marathon or the Boston Marathon. Haven't there been people who've been caught doing it? Register in advance. Keep distractions to a minimum. Now, a lot of people for the Cap 10K, they dress up.
And that's fun.
Yeah.
And that's not really what I'm talking about. The kind of distractions that I'm talking about are the kind that impede the runner's flow. So if you run by and you grab your water, rather than stopping, if you're a slower runner and you really don't care about your time, and talking to the volunteers, which is always nice to acknowledge them, but don't bottleneck everybody from behind. So stay out of the way. Keep going. Keep going. And another distraction, and I hadn't even thought about this, is when you drink your water and if you throw it and you throw it on other people's shoes. Have you heard this? It causes blisters.
Ooh.
Some seasoned runners told me that when they get water on their shoes, their tennis shoes, it gets them wet, it causes blisters. Now, I don't know. I don't know if that's not happened to me personally. I'm not a runner like that. But
I know I always try. I mean, I haven't ever done really long distances, but when you get the water, try to throw it back to where you got it, like to where the water table is, because all those volunteers there are collecting the water.
Exactly.
Cups. Those are some good tips. All right, the race is coming up, and Diane Gottsman has been our guest. She's our etiquette expert. Thank you so much.
So nice to be here.
It's good to see you.